chair yoga session. We'll be staying seated in the chair for the duration of this whole session. And I think we will begin with warming up the back with some arching and rounding of the back. So sit with your feet grounded. It's great if you don't have shoes, if you can be barefoot or just in socks. Even if you're not getting up to standing, just to get, feel the feet, free them up, so to speak. And it's much easier to use toes and getting a little movement in the feet without shoes. So even if it's chair yoga, I highly recommend being just in socks or barefoot. So for the back, let's scoop out the back on an inhale, looking up at the ceiling, and then exhale round. Inhale, scoop out. Exhale round. You can do that a few times, and you can follow your own breath. It's important that you move on your breath. So when you open up your body upward like this, it's an inhale, and when you contract, it's an exhale. One more time of each. When you come back to neutral here, let's do some swirling around of the rib cage, thoracic spine. And I like to move my feet a little wider here so you can take out that circle a little bit bigger maybe. Good. You can watch your shoulders here that they don't shrug up just because you're pressing around. If you want, you can put your palms to face up instead. Usually that relaxes the shoulders down. Good. One more swirl in each direction, trying to release your neck. Letting the head go in the opposite direction, maybe. Great. We'll do a side bending. So scooch a little bit to one side in the chair if you can, and put the hand on that side there. And reach up with your left arm. We're going right, leaning over to the right. And coming up. We'll do it 2 times, kind of a little shorter like this, just stretching over, just as far as you're comfortable, and then coming up, and then we'll hold it a little longer if you like. So breathe into that stretch, opening up the intercostal muscles, waistline, the rib cage, and then stretching the obliques, and slowly coming up. Good, scooch over to the other side. I'll do the same thing on this side. So 2 short and 1 long, stretch over. At the end of this video, I'll try to remember to give you a little tip how you can begin your sessions at home as a little warm up for your feet. So stay till the end and I'll show you what to do. So now this is the 3rd time holding a little bit longer. Good, and coming up. And of course, you always go to just your own comfort level there. Now, scooch forward a little bit on the seat and we'll rock the knees from side to side. Hopefully this will free up your hips a little bit and also the lower back. So my chair is squeaking when I do this. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Hold it over on one side and you can drop the knee down here as far as you want. Watch out for, if you turn the toes to a point toe or the pointing of the foot there, it might be nice shadows or lights in here. You might get a cramp in your foot. So keep the toes curled under if you like to avoid a little bit of a cramping. So we're going to move into a spinal twist. One more deep breath here. And slowly come back. We'll go over in the other direction. So rock the knees over to your left and pivot around, tall spine. One more deep breath. And slowly coming back. Great. You can line up your feet again, hip widths apart, stacking your heels and knees. And we'll roll the shoulders Scroll, roll, sit up nice and tall. A few more like that. And then put your hands on your shoulders and we'll circle open like that. And if you need to modify or stick with a sort of previous variation, you can do that. We're gonna paddle now. So if this doesn't work, maybe you're doing both instead. We're just rolling the shoulders. Good. We're gonna let the right arm go up over, and you're gonna look at that hand if you can. And then we'll switch side. Left arm going up, look at the hand. And trace it or follow it all the way around. One more time, each side. Looking at that hand as far as you can. You might not be able to turn all the way. That's fine, you just do your best to see what range of motion you have there. Neck and back. Great. Now, paddle the shoulders back. And I'm going forward and up and back and down, not the reverse. I don't want to roll the shoulders forward to this kind of posture. We want to roll them back, 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 back. Good. Arms out to the side, elbows, elbows. Switch direction. And then just wrists. Switch. Okay. Spread your fingers wide and make a fist. Spread them wide and make a fist. Wide, make a fist. A couple more times. Good, and then shake them up. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, we're gonna lift up the right leg. And I want you to think of your posture, upper body posture at the same time. It becomes a little bit of arm work and a little bit of back work if you work on your posture at the same time. So give the weight of your leg to the hands. So I'm just letting all the weight sink into my hands. Good. And then we're going to try to circle around here in the leg, loosening up the knee joint. Switch direction. And back and forth, back and forth. Okay. And then lift up. Let this be a little arm work. Lifting up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down. And now halfway up there, see if you can, I'm kind of shaking the leg with my arms from side to side, letting the bottom of the leg just dangle to freeze up a little bit, some movement in the hip socket. Good, and then you can let that leg come down. Shake out the hands if you're tired, and we'll do the same thing on your left leg, holding that leg up. We'll circle around first. Switch direction. And back and forth, back and forth. And then lifting up and down a few times. You can squeeze in that leg if you have the ability just to press that leg in fairly tight. Go ahead, but just whatever range of motion you have, obviously, and arm strength and all of that. Okay, and then the dangling here, flip flop, the leg from side to side. Great. Set that foot down. We'll do the ankle. So lift up the first leg again. If you need to hold it, you can hold it, or you can hold it up there just by its own strength, whichever you want. Switch direction. Ankle, ankle. Good. And then point and flex a few times. Point and flex and point and flex and point and flex and point and flex. And then draw the toes up and press the ball of the foot down. It's kind of like a karate foot, or sometimes I call it a Barbie foot because she's unfortunately shaped like that all the time. And then tap that, the ball of the foot down, the Barbie foot, tap it down in the ground. And we'll do the other foot, ankle, circling around. Sit up tall all the while and find your breath. Keep that flowing nicely. Switch direction if you haven't, and then point and flex a couple of times. It's a great way also to just wake up the legs in the morning, letting the legs hang over the bed maybe, and just getting started like that. And then Barbie foot or karate foot, whichever you want to call it. tap it. Boom, boom, boom. Good. And then if you can jog a little faster or just lift one leg at a time a little slower. Just get some movement in the legs. Extend your legs forward and flap them a little bit too if you can. Flap, flap, flap. Good. All right, so we're going to do what I call the flowing warrior, a seated flowing warrior. So from your straight alignment there, turn to the side, turn to your right, and gradually, if you lean forward, it's a little easier to press this leg back. You may start out like this with a leg just hanging more or less straight down. We want to try to open the hip here. So this is a stretch for you. You can stay right here. If you can, lean forward and send the leg back a little bit. Now I'm pointing my toe there. Sometimes that gives a cramp in the foot and the calf. So if you want to, you could also curl the toes under and getting a nice stretch for the toes. So wherever you find your limit, you just pause there and be happy for feeling a good stretch. So I'm here somewhere, and that's why I call it a seated warrior, because it kind of looks like a warrior, the warrior one. Arm forward, back hand on the back breast. Inhale, arm going up. Exhale, arm forward. Inhale, open up that arm to the side. Exhale, arm forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward. Nice and slow. And then we'll hold the arm out here to the side. If you lean forward a little bit, now maybe you can send the leg a little bit further back from wherever you are. And then put the back of the hand on the small of the back. Engage your core and lifting up in a sort of strong, uplifted body. So it feels like a little back bend here, actually. Just do that to your own comfort level. You might be a little bit more forward here. It's all good. Good. And then lean forward to release the hand, just to get it loose from there, and let the leg come back in. Great. We'll do the other side. Transition slowly and come over to your left side. Take your time to situate yourself. You don't want to be too far forward on the chair so the chair tips. Get to know your chair and your chair yoga. You might want to figure out which is the best chair in your house and use the same one every time, if you can. All right, so same thing here. You can start here. I'm just sending the leg back to where I'm comfortable, okay? Because we want to have the stretch going on the front of the hip or the quad. Okay, arm forward and flowing. Arm up, exhale forward, and open up, and forward. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. You can use your Ujjayi breath, your ocean sounding breath if you know it. Hold it here, maybe it's about the same amount of reps, and then leaning forward to get that hand on the small of your back, and lifting up. Hold it. And again, the back toes there, they could be pointed or curled under like you see mine are right now, whichever works. To release the hand, sometimes it's hard just to pull it out from there, so lean forward and gently release the hand and release that leg coming back in. All right, we'll center up and even out the spine, the back a little bit. Just a couple of nice, smallish rounding and scooping out. And if you like to do a few of the circles as well, do that. Good, switch direction. Great. So, we're going to extend the legs forward, and we're going to try to incorporate some core strength here and some quad work. So if it's hard to lift the legs, just engaging them to lift will actually engage your core. If you lean back a little, so I think I'll show from a little bit of a diagonal view. So I'm leaning back like that, hanging back, not touching the back breast. And then lifting one leg up, I can feel it in the core, and then you switch, lift the other. So it can just be that you're lifting straight up and keeping your trunk straight. Lift, exhale, down, inhale, down. Lift, exhale, inhale, down. So you exhale when you lift up. Or you're adding a little twist if you want. Reaching for that leg. So you might feel it already. We'll do a bunch more. You can always stop if you want. I want to offer up a couple of variations. So don't forget to breathe. Good. If you want to reach the foot, but you can't like that because you can't lift so high up, maybe it would feel satisfying to actually bend the leg. Still good work. So you can try that. Or a straight leg. And if this is easy, if you have really strong core, or want to add a little more, you can lean back, so you can keep going if you want, or lift up both legs. Lift up, lift up. Now I'm holding on a little bit to the chair. Lift up, lift up. A couple of more. But you see, you could do this seated without, getting up to standing and putting weight on your leg if you can't do that for whatever reason. Good. Bend the legs and come back to center. Very good. So we're going to do a little arm work. I think we'll pick up dumbbells. You don't have to have weights. You can do this with your arms as they are with no weight. But I have just 3 pounds here. So I recommend something a little bit lighter. It could be 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. If you want to work your arms a little harder, of course, go right ahead. You can always put your dumbbells down. Roll the shoulders down, and we're lifting up, up. Don't go all the way down now. Lifting up, up, and down. Down, lifting up, up, and down. Down, up, up, and down. Down. A few more. And I'm keeping my arms a tiny tad bent, so I'm not like hyperextending here and hanging on the joints. So it's a very controlled arm. Good. Arms all the way down. A couple of biceps curls. Let's do it with both arms at the same time. Forward first. Let's do 2 more. 2 and 1. Find another angle that works, side or a little bit somewhere in between the front and the side. All the way to the side if it works. So lifting up 8 here. 8, 7, sit up tall. 6, 5, 4. Don't forget to breathe. 3, and 1. Going to the front again, but now we're going to alternate, starting with your right. Right, left. Continue the same thing to the front a couple of times. We can speed it up, probably if you don't have too heavy weights. Boom, 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 boom. And then to the side, alternate. Dun, 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 dun. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it together. Forward, right. Left goes up. Right, left, and forward, forward, side, side. Forward, forward, side, side. Couple of more. Boom, 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 boom. Good. We'll do a couple of these as well. We're going to punch a gentle kind punch forward. You can pretend you have a sand sack there, but we're going very slow first so that you can decide how fast you want to go. Bring the weight back towards your chest in between, and don't extend too far in your arm. You don't have to lean forward, stay upright. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. You can join if you want. Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is fine to do without weights as well. We're lifting up and down, up and down, up, up. And you can have this tempo, up and down, as you please. Slower, a little faster. We'll do a couple of more slow. 2, and 1 more. 1. Lean forward. Let the dumbbells hang down. Straight arms. If I do a little bit from the side, diagonal there, we're going to lift the elbows up and work those rhomboids. Press the shoulder blades together up there. Press, 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 press. Boom. Add 1 more. Hold it up there, and if you can, if you're not too tired now, squeeze 8 small ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, let's put the dumbbells down and do a stretch for the arms. So this is an eagle arm stretch to loosen up the shoulders. And the full thing is that you're going to wrap around like that, but you may not be able to, so I'll make it a little easier. So if you just cross the right arm over the left, the elbow, and you can do it fairly high, like there, and then bend a little bit. So just glue those points together, elbow and bottom of the elbow and the elbow crease. Glue that together, and then circle. For those of you that can, if you can, this is speak to you, you're the one watching. You can circle around, circle, circle, switch direction, and then a little up and down. Exhale, lifting up and down. 1 more time. And then release, and then you're going to switch, and that's important that you do both ways. So now bring the left arm on top of the right elbow, fold. If you can, wrap around again and circle. Switch direction. And up and down. And release. Great. Hang forward a little bit and just shake out your arms. And then roll them back. We'll stretch them in a yoga mudra as well, the shoulders and the arms. So interlace your fingers behind your back. Press the shoulders down, the shoulder blades down. So you want to keep it nice and open here over the chest. To fit in here, to be able to lift the arms up here, which we're going to try to do, your backrest might be in the way. But if you lean forward a little bit, you might be able to lift. Straight arms, hold it there. Try to find a deep breath here. Breathing up underneath your collarbones, a full Dirga breath. And then slowly let the arms come back down again and release the hands. Sometimes there's a nice prana response in the arms that you can let them float with. Great. Bring them in. Very good. We will do a seated figure 4 stretch. And to get your leg up, so it looks like this. But if it's hard to get up the foot all the way up there, you can start by just crossing the feet down here and then begin to turn the knee out. Sometimes you can help with your hand to get it up there. You might be kind of stuck there, and just leaning forward here might be a good stretch then, or help the leg up just above the knee on the thigh, and then drag that bottom leg in. So you're kind of using that as a lever or hinging up that leg up into this position. So here, flex the foot to protect the knee, And either you're sitting tall here and pressing down a little bit on that knee, or hang over if you like. You can hang over as far as you want. Release your neck if you're able to hang over all the way. And just feel that stretch in the outside of the glute. Be careful that there's no bad pain in the knee here. Certainly, if you have knee issues, it's really helpful to flex this foot, the upper foot, to protect this knee, just to stabilize using the muscles a little more rather than just kind of torquing in the joint. So that's a good tip. Good. And the stretch we're looking for is outside of the hip. Some of you might feel it, or you might feel it in the hamstring or the knee. Just be careful with the knee. One more deep breath here. Great. And slowly come up. Other side, same thing there. You can start down there, hike it up. Good. Flex the foot, take care of that knee. Increase the stretch with the elbow or the whole body weight, upper body weight hanging forward. Get into your breath here. You can close your eyes. Feel that stretch. Great. It's a nice opportunity to give the foot a little massage here too. A couple of more breaths hanging over. And slowly come up. Very good. Let's start to begin, or start to tune into our breath here for a little end centering. So if you close your eyes and find your Dirga breath, if you know it, that's the three-part yogic breath, belly, rib cage, and chest expanding as you breathe in and sinking in as you exhale. A few more of those. Belly, rib cage, and chest expanding as you breathe in. And chest, rib cage, belly sinking in as you exhale. Relax your eyes. They can be closed. You can just follow my voice right now. Bring your awareness to your root chakra, or the feet, the soles of your feet, and imagine that you're sending down roots into the earth. Energetic roots pressing down, spreading wide, growing deep, making that earth connection. And when you do make that connection, take this opportunity to offer up your love and gratitude to our planet. Offer up your strength, your talents, your willpower, positive intentions. Positive intentions then turns into actions off the mat, like you bring your yoga practice off the mat and connecting it to our world. And then also take a moment to receive back qualities, energies that support you right now. And drink those up and travel upward with your awareness through the legs, up through the energy core. You may pass through the chakras and greet them. When you reach all the way up to the crown, open up to the universe if you like, and then move down into your heart center with your awareness. And from here, we'll color our intentions. Take this opportunity as we're chanting together, Om, to send out positive intentions, prayers, wishes, dedications, forgivenesses, and gratitudes. Whatever comes to mind right now. And we'll chant 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Let's breathe in. Shanti. 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 Letting go, trusting in the universe for guidance and help. Let's bring our palms together in front of our hearts. And gently bow to honor yourself as human and divine, and also to honor the divine all around us, in all living, all past, and in the whole of our creation. May our hearts know peace, and may our whole planet know peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Jai Bhagwan, peace. I want to show you what I want you to do in the beginning of the class or session, yoga video, whatever you're doing. If you have a tennis ball at home or another kind of ball that is about this size, maybe a little bigger, maybe those knobs on it, like massaging ball, you can, before you press play, because I won't do this in all the sessions, but it's really nice if you're doing chair yoga in particular, that you might not get up to standing or a little bit, but to activate the feet or to massage them and practice some press points in the feet. You might have a sore spot somewhere, and then it's interesting to kind of press into that for a few moments. It might like zing sensation all the way up in your head when you do it. So, and I also, if I didn't say in the beginning, I really recommend being barefoot in chair yoga classes and not have shoes if you can. And then obviously do a couple of minutes on each foot, maybe 1, 2, 3 minutes or so at least, 3 minutes would be good. And then start moving the rest of the body. So, tennis ball, really good for massaging the feet. I hope you enjoyed, and check out more videos. Subscribe, please, and have a very nice day or evening. Peace. Jai Bhagwan.